So today I want to discuss something that I think is very important. And once you understand this, everything that is happening right now, the war in Iran, the dollar weakening, the political chaos in America, all of it will make complete sense to you because it is not random. It is a pattern that has repeated itself across 3,000 years of human history. And right now, America is following that pattern almost perfectly. Let me introduce you to a historian named Sir John Glubb. Most people have never heard of him. He is not very famous, but I think he is one of the most important historians of the 20th century. He was a British general and scholar who spent his entire career studying empires. Not one empire, not two, but all of the great empires in history. The Assyrians, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Arabs, the Mongols, the Ottomans, the Spanish, the British. After studying all of these empires, he published a short book called The Fate of Empires. In that book, he made one of the most remarkable observations in all of historical scholarship. He said, all empires, without exception, go through the same stages, the same sequence every single time. And the average lifespan of a great empire is 250 years. Hold that number in your head, 250 years. America is 249 years old. So let us go through the stages, because once you understand them, you will understand exactly where America is right now and why what is happening was always going to happen. Stage one is what Glubb calls the age of conquest. Every empire begins the same way: lean, hungry, disciplined, with raw energy, expanding through military and economic superiority. At this stage, there is no corruption because there is no wealth yet to be corrupt. No complacency because there is no comfort yet to be complacent about. The soldiers are motivated, the leadership is focused, the purpose is clear. For America, this is the period from roughly 1776 through World War II. America fights a revolution against the greatest empire in the world and wins. It expands across a continent. It develops the largest industrial economy ever seen. Then, in World War II, it does something unprecedented. It fights on two fronts simultaneously across both the Atlantic and the Pacific against two major powers and defeats both. Think about what that required. 18-year-old boys landing on Normandy Beach knowing most would be killed. Soldiers fighting in jungles with unfamiliar diseases, factories running 24/7, women leaving their homes to build ships and aircraft. That is stage one: sacrifice, focus, hunger, discipline. When it was over, America did not just win the war, it rebuilt its enemies. The Marshall Plan, Bretton Woods. The dollar becomes the world's reserve currency. 800 military bases built around the world. America, at the peak of stage one, was genuinely the most powerful civilization in human history. Stage two is the age of commerce. Once military dominance is established, it converts into economic dominance. The empire controls trade routes. Wealth flows toward the center. The standard of living rises. The middle class expands. For a brief golden period, the empire is simultaneously the most powerful and the most prosperous society in the world. For America, this is the 1950s and 1960s. The American